Hello, I'm Ethan Sorkin, the Director of Marketing here at County Community College.
Hi, and I'm Nate Morgan. I'm the Director of Student Outreach at County Community College.
And we really wanted to thank you for giving us the time to speak to you today, because we have a plan today about how we can get more high schoolers who are looking to go to a four-year university. We have a plan about how we can get them to take some more classes here at County Community College. And just thank you for having the time for letting us explain this to you. So the first thing that we wanted to do is we wanted to explain the role of promotion as a marketing function, because as the director of marketing and as the director of student outreach, this is what we really know how to do, and this is very important to our plan to get more high schoolers. So promotion it's any marketing communications or strategy that we're communicating with our potential buyers. In this case, our potential buyers are going to be high school students and their parents wanting to take these classes. And what the role of promotion as a marketing function is, essentially we want to get our name out there. We want to get our product out there to these students and show them why they need, and they should want to take classes here. So with that being said, the first thing of our plan is the target market. So the concept of a market and the concept of market identification are very important when we're talking about target markets, because the market is all buyers and sellers, and that could be the entire world, but that's extremely hard to sell to. So obviously our target market is very specific. Our target market is going to be high schoolers in the range of County Community College, ages 14 to 18, male and female, any race, any religion, any income level as well, because our classes are able to accommodate that with times. But the concept of market identification is determining who we're going to sell it to and what we're going to sell to them, and that's just going to make everything a lot easier.
Also, I'd like to explain to you very quickly the types of promotion that all businesses should be aware of. Basically, the three different types of promotions that all businesses should be aware of are institutional, product, and sales promotion. I like to start off with institutional promotion. Institutional promotion is essentially promoting your brand name, whether it's a business, a product, a corporation. You want your brand name to appeal to these consumers as ethical, a good home for all consumers. You want to come off as a good, loving, kind business. Finally, next I'd like to talk about product type of promotion. Product type of promotion essentially focuses and hones in specifically on the specific product that your business is creating, whether this is a good, a service, or anything that the business has. It's essentially focusing on the merits of this product. Finally, I'd like to talk to you about sales promotion. Sales promotion focuses on the different financial aspects going into the product and how this product can get the most buck for your bang, essentially. It's almost like you can kind of beat out your competition with this. And these types of promotion are going to be very important in our marketing plan here at CCC, because we're going to focus on institutional and product types of promotion. Our institutional type of promotion is going to be appealing to students, showing that we are home. We look out for students. We don't want any student to feel left behind here at CCC, and that they are welcome here. Also, product type promotion is going to be very important, as our product at CC is essentially the education they'll be receiving. This education will be top tier with different classes, lectures, and professors that they can feel like they're receiving the best education they are at CCC.
So the next thing I wanted to touch on were the elements of the promotional mix. So there are 5 elements of a promotional mix, and they're all important in their own right. So the 5 are sales promotion, advertising, personal selling, public relations, and direct marketing. So here at CCC, we're going to reach high schoolers, we're going to have to use all 5, and they're all extremely important. So for example, public relations, like what Nate said with making CCC feel like it's a place where no student is left behind, that's going to be public relations. That's going to be our image. We want to project a good image. And then also we're going to be using, for example, personal selling and direct marketing. We want to be able to show students that we can really hone in on what they need. We look out for and this goes into public relations too. We look out for every single student. No student should feel like they're left behind, and we need to communicate that personally to every single student, to every single parent of the student. And just all of these elements of the promotional mix, they're all special and they're all different. And what they're going to do is they're going to come together and they're going to help us they're all going to play a part into getting more students to come to CCC.
Next, I'd like to briefly explain the concept of communication channels used in sales promotions. This is going to be a huge factor in our plan at CCC because the communication channels is eventually how everyone is going to hear about it. So we want, and any business, when they want to use these communication channels, they want their consumers to be able to testify to the product. They want to be able to tell their neighbors, they want to be able to tell everybody about the product and say this is the best quality product it is. Also, standard media is going to be a huge communication channel used in this sales promotion, where the traditional things we've seen over the decades, such as articles, billboards, TV commercials, websites, and even as we go into the 21st century in business with advances of technology, we've gone into social media, all as part of the standard media that we can use for these communication channels. And finally, another large one is celebrity endorsements. Many people idolize these celebrities and view them as their heroes. So if they see these celebrities endorsing a certain product or a service, then they are significantly more likely to use this product and service as well.
So I just wanted to add on to that by talking about the word of mouth channels that are used to communicate with the target audience, and I wanted to explain those a little bit. So word of mouth channels are extremely important for any business and any promotional plan, and it goes no different for us here at CCC. So basically, word of mouth channels aren't necessarily what we are doing with making Instagram posts and making billboards or even making commercials, but it's going to be how past students have their experiences. They're going to be able to pass it on to people, and they're going to be able to show other students why they should come here. And Nate's going to touch on that a little more, but basically word of mouth channels are just using brand loyalty and not necessarily us promoting it, but more of how we have changed or what we did for someone, and they're going to pass it on to somebody else.
And this word of mouth is going to come into a huge factor with our marketing plan as a form of traditional communication. This word of mouth, students will be able to traditionally talk to other students and their peers and their classmates as they're inclined to in a normal school day, and they'll surely be able to mention that they attended CCC. They'll be able to talk about their daily schedule, they'll be able to talk about their classes, and hopefully we're able to foster an environment where students speak positively on these things, and from their word of mouth, they're able to spread the information about all of the services that we provide with our education and our lectures and everything that these students can achieve. And that is going to be our traditional communication channel, is word of mouth of the students.
But then there's also a lot of non-traditional communication channels, and one big one, especially as we start moving into we're in the 21st century, but as we start moving deeper and social media and technology keeps advancing, social media is still pretty new to a lot of people, and that's going to be a non-traditional way of a non-traditional communication channel. And basically, what social media is going to do, especially with high schoolers, it's going to be able to promote specialized things to people, and that's just going to be one of our non-traditional communication channels.
Finally, I'd like to touch on the subject of explaining concept of marketing strategies. So a marketing strategy is going to be effectively the process of getting the product to the consumers in their mind and getting them the recognition. Because consumers, obviously, before they hear about a product, they have no idea what it is, they have no idea what it does. So these marketing strategies will be the ways to promote the product to the people. And in situations that many businesses will use, these people are going to be split up on their demographics based on age, gender, religion, academic level of intelligence. And I feel like that's a big part of what we're going to be doing here at CCC, of essentially segmenting the market. And this marketing strategies we're going to use, they're going to basically be two different ways of our marketing strategy. The first one is going to focus on students. Like Ethan just touched on earlier, social media is going to be a huge factor in our marketing strategy towards students. We're going to use paid platforms with Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all to push out advertisements and promotions of our community college to these students. Specifically, we're going to focus on the demographic age of 14 to 18 high schoolers, age 14 to 18. And these ads and promotions that we're going to push out to these students are going to be short video clips explaining all the benefits and students with past experiences from our college and how it's helped them. Specifically, how students can earn college credit while in high school and how that's beneficial towards the students. It will also mainly focus on the possibility of students being able to explore different types of majors while still in high school. Even if students have no idea what they want to do when they embark on the traditional four-year university path, if they come to CCC and they take our courses and they learn from our professors, they'll be able to gain more of an understanding and be able to hone in onto their passions that they want to pursue in four-year university. And then not only is it a marketing strategy going to be geared towards students, we're also going to focus on parents in the school. We're going to make sure that we set up meetings with the counselor, make sure that the school is essentially compatible with our form of learning, make sure that grades are able to transfer with the school and with the college, make sure that everything is flushed together. And this is going to go through with parent meetings where we can have big meetings in auditoriums where we spread out our information to the parents to make sure that they're well informed as well. And also with booths we set up around the school, informing different faculty and parents and students all walking around.
So as we've been testing our marketing plan and a lot of our marketing strategies, we've come across a lot of questions that we've anticipated and that you probably have, and we'd like to answer them for you now. And that first big question that you're probably wondering is, why should we promote and spend money on promoting to these high schoolers, and they're only going to take a few classes? They don't plan on staying with us for a 2-year experience. And the answer is that it's pretty simple. Our main goal is to help students succeed, and what we're doing is we're helping them, 1, gain high school credit, 2, we're helping them with broad subjects discover what they're interested in. And obviously, no matter how little classes they take, they're still going to be paying, so we're still going to be making money off of them. But obviously our main goal is to help these students flourish and help these students succeed. And also, all these kids, even though they plan on going to four-year colleges aren't for everyone. Not everyone succeeds in a four-year college. And these students that come to CCC for 1 or 2 classes during high school, and then they go off to four-year college, and maybe something financially happens, or they just don't fit in well, they know that they can trust us. They know that they fit here, and they'll come back to us to finish their degree or come get their education here.
Another great question that we often receive is, why should we be marketing towards parents? What's the benefit of that? The main thing is that our target market, these 14 to 18-year-old high schoolers, they're not independent. They still live with their parents. They don't have the money to buy their own homes, so they live with their parents, and they are dependent on everything that their parents do. So naturally, these parents are going to take an interest in these students' lives and their well-being and success. And parents will be intrigued with the concept of their students will be able to earn college credits in high school. The student may not be motivated, or might not even have the know-how of how the system will work, but these parents who may have likely gone through a traditional college experience, or maybe even a community college experience, will be inclined to hear our propositions of how you can incorporate college classes into high school, and they'll be able to look out for the best interest of their kids, so they'll be sure to listen to everything we have to say.
And another question that we are sure you're wondering is, why does it make sense for us to spend money on advertising at all? Why do educational institutions need to advertise? And the answer is pretty simple. There are so many institutions that are very similar to us. There's so many academic and educational institutions all over the country, all over the world. And we need to advertise and show people what sets us apart from something that on the outside, they look very similar. So that's the main reason. We need to show people what we're going to do, especially for parents. We need to show what are we going to do for their child that some other community college or some other school isn't going to be able to do. So those were the most common questions that we received, and that was an outline of our marketing plan. And we just really wanted to thank you for giving us the time to speak to you. We know you have a very busy schedule, and we just think that this plan will definitely be able to get more high schoolers to take a few courses here during their high school experience.
If you have any questions, feel free to contact both me and Ethan. We'd be more than happy to go further in detail or answer any further questions you have.
Thank you.
Thank you.